Japanese urban legends. Kune. One summer, two brothers went to visit their grandparents in the countryside. They were playing outside in the rice fields when they noticed a white figure in the distance, wiggling in the wind. But when the wind stopped, the figure kept on wriggling. Curious what it was, the older brother went back to the house for binoculars to get a closer look. When he finally saw it, his expression changed suddenly. His face turned blue and he broke out in a cold sweat. The younger brother asked what he saw and he said, "It's better not to know." But it wasn't his voice. Curious, the younger brother picked up the binoculars and was going to look as well. Before he could focus, his grandfather slapped the binoculars out of his hand and said he shouldn't look. He brought both boys inside. As the day went on, the older brother began laughing uncontrollably, moving and twisting his body in unnatural ways, wriggling just like the figure in the rice fields. Everyone was crying. The following morning, the parents set out to leave with the younger brother. The grandmother decided that the older brother should stay with them for a few years, then they would release him into the rice fields. As they drove away, the younger boy picked up his binoculars to catch one last glimpse of his brother. Though he was laughing and wriggling, it was almost as if he was crying too. It was the saddest smile the boy had ever seen. As the car drove off, his mind was filled with thoughts of his older brother, but he still had the binoculars over his eyes. It was then that he saw it in the fields, the thing you should never see. This is another legend that came from Nichon in the early 2000s. It was posted with the title, "Wakaranai Hogai," It's Better Not to Know. Since the original post, several other versions have come about. Kune is usually a swaying white figure in the rice fields that almost looks like a scarecrow, but sometimes the figure is black, and sometimes it's spotted in the sea or in the city. True to the name, which means swaying or wiggling, it always does just that. Though the temptation to take a closer look will consume you, you shouldn't. Don't walk up to it, and don't look at it through binoculars or a camera, because it will, quite literally, drive you mad.